Lesiba Mothupi just did an interview with Top Trader South Africa in the Market Masters video series. And in this video, we're going to watch the interview together and react to everything Lesiba had to say. Hello and welcome to the Pine Street Capital YouTube channel where we talk all things trading and investing. My name is Ron and I'm the managing partner of Pine Street Capital and I've been trading for over 6 years. And in this video, we're going to be reacting to an interview done with Lesiba Mothupi with Top Trader South Africa. In the interview, Lesiba was asked a series of questions about where he came from and his trading career thus far. And we are going to be watching this interview together. Let's get into my screen. Hey, here we go. So just to give you a little bit of background in case you don't already know, Lesiba Mothupi is a South African Forex trader who's really picked up momentum over the past couple of years or so. This is the interview. Let's check it out. Let's see what Lesiba had to say.
Hi, my name is Nqobile Tembane from Top Trader South Africa, and this.
Geez, I have to say, right from the get-go, this is really high-quality production stuff, eh? But I don't think that's so much of a problem when you've got Exness's balance sheet behind you.
This is Market Masters, a show where I sit down with the most prominent and talented traders in the industry as we find out the stories behind their successes. Thanks to Exness for sponsoring the show and making it possible. Exness is a multi-asset international broker that has been recently regulated in South Africa. We're also shooting at the live stream studios here at the Protea Hotel by Marriott, Balalakai in Sandton. And today I'm joined by Lesiba Mothupi. Hi.
Oh yeah, what's happening?
I'm good, you?
Zamir was at the most awkward handshake ever.
So just give me a little background on you. Obviously you're the boy from the location, the Kasi per se.
Sure.
So like, how did you find yourself in Forex?
In Forex, okay, no, like I've been selling stuff like ever since like grade 7 literally. I was fascinated with that whole concept of like I don't have to work for someone, I don't have to do all those things to make money. Like when I was in grade 12, which I was 18 years old, that's when I started seeing like, other people out there like making success out of Forex markets. And also I think one of the things that actually motivated me to want to learn more about it is the fact that like I noticed that a lot of youngsters like my age or a few years older than me, they were doing a lot of wonders for themselves. I used to live in a garage with my mom, so I always had like, dreams of like wanting to do something for her. So like when I saw these people doing all these amazing stuff, I was like, okay, maybe this is where I should be at, because obviously selling things is not working out for me. I'm not getting major success. Maybe this is gonna work out for me. So yeah, I started searching about it. Obviously, there's YouTube, there's like forums, there's like communities out there. That's when like I started putting more like my awareness into like learning about the Forex market.
Yeah, so basically you're self-taught.
Yeah, you can say I'm self-taught, but along the way, because I'm self-taught, I learned a lot of like maybe a year before, like finding mentors and stuff. I was just like going out there getting information from wherever, but that's a bit more tricky because there's a lot of information on the internet, you understand? So you don't know if you should start looking for pips now or if you start focusing on leverage now and all those things, you understand? So but when I started like trading.
Yeah, that is so true. Eh? As in, that's something he's 100% right about. There is a lot of information out there about trading, and it's very difficult to decipher good information from bad information as a beginner. And I'll tell you, most of the information out there is information that's probably not going to be to your benefit. So you really need to be very selective in who you actually choose to listen to when you're starting out within your forex trading journey?
Life account, like, pushing. I was able to make some few profits. So eventually I just had to buy a course. So, but I'm glad to say that I taught myself. Yeah.
And how has trading been in like the first half of 2021 this year?
The first half of 2021, it's been amazing. I can't lie. I've had successful days. I've had, I wouldn't say bad days, but I would say days that taught me how to become a better me. But it's been amazing. Like, I'm super excited with like the progress that I'm seeing. And like even because trading is not, most people think that it's just about being able to make profits on a daily basis or being able to just make profits, but it allows you to also become like a certain person that you never thought that you'd ever be, like mentally, spiritually, and all those things. So I'm glad with the growth that we're making.
Yeah, that's good. So what does a day in Lesiba's life look like day to day? What are you on about these days?
What does a day in life look like? So what happens is that, like, as soon as I wake up, I haven't got a specific time that I wake up. I would lie to you if I say I wake up 5 a.m. every morning. I would lie.
That's the most honest answer I've ever heard to that question. I'm sure you've seen some of the day in the life videos where people in the trading or entrepreneurship space post them waking up at 5 a.m. and then they go to meditate and then they go and do yoga. And then next thing they have to go and climb a mountain because it gets them going. And then next they go to the gym and they have this whole crazy morning routine. And in all honesty, all you really need is some kind of structure within everything that you do throughout your day.
I meditate a bit, just cut out like all the negative energies, all those things, and just focus on to, what it is that I want to, achieve and all those things for the day. And then, obviously I gotta pray, praying is like one thing that actually kept me going. So I pray, and then like after praying, I do a mini workout session, and then afterwards read my book. After reading my book, that's when I start to analyze the market, see what actually what opportunities I can get in the market, like for later the day, or if I can get opportunities during that time. Then afterwards, I just check what's happening at the office. Like, I've got a team. I'm like over, like, I think it's 11 of us now in the office. So I just like, give calls, check what's happening, check if like, they're doing their daily goals and, all these things. And yeah, I think that's basically it. But obviously, there's things that I'm also pushing, like, but fortunately now I'm at a position whereby I'm just managing things. I'm not like putting in a lot of work like how I used to. Obviously, I spend like maybe 20, 30 minutes just observing the growth or what needs to be done in order to just move forward. Obviously, like, I'm a person that's always like, growing on a daily basis. So till this day, I watch YouTube videos. People don't believe I watch YouTube videos. I learn from those. Like, I read books a lot. I've got, like, you saw at the office, I've got like a shelf full of books. Like, just growing, like anything that shows like,
I think that's something that I really resonate with as well, because I think it's a crucial element of success in this industry. You definitely need to have a growth mindset, and you need to have this unquenchable thirst for knowledge and information. And watching YouTube videos is definitely something he and I both have in common. I probably spend 60% of my day getting my daily tasks done, and the other 40% on some kind of self-education. So definitely agree with him there 100%.
Potential for me too. Yeah, that's like my day in life, like on a daily basis. That's just what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you've actually grown exponentially in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
A lot of people actually don't realize that. You've given free course to over 50,000 people.
50,000. Yeah, I've got over 50,000. It's like 51,000 members in my free course thinking that I structured down. Yeah.
Gee, like, how does it make you feel, somebody who's been able to help so many people though?
It's exciting because obviously at first, like, the only thing that you're trying to do is like, you're trying to just make money, to move your family into better situations, to just make something for yourself. But like, it gets to a point where you start to see that, okay, no, whatever that I'm doing, it's also impacting and positively changing other people. So how about like, I do this more. So that's when I started having that mindset of, okay, let me do this and this and that. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about the responsibility of having a large following, especially as a trader, especially as someone that a lot of people look at you and they think, oh no, they want to be just like you. But also it comes with a huge responsibility as well, because you'll find that a lot of people in the industry, they get this huge following and then they kind of start neglecting their clients and all that. How serious do you take that responsibility?
Like with having a large following, it's I wouldn't like it's nice, ne? Like it's okay. But yeah, there's times where you want to be private, you want to do things in a private vantages, but at the same time, I'm fortunate to be in this position. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about boom and bust seasons.
You cannot be a trader without the battle scars from boom and bust seasons. As in, like, my gosh, can't wait to hear what he had to say about this.
Obviously, a boom and bust season is like where you make a lot of money in a short period of time, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, you lose it in a shorter period of time
Yeah.
after that. And I think a lot of traders tend to be in that position of just boom and bust. You make a lot of money quickly, you lose it quicker. But how did you eventually break free from that cycle?
That's actually a good question, because I believe like people watching this like need to obviously know answers to that. One thing that I actually started respecting more is the risk management. Like, you know, you can have the best strategy, you can have the best anything, but like risk management is like what helps you stay longer in the game. There'll always be a big win, there'll always be a small win, there'll always be a big loss, there'll always be a small loss, but you just have to take out the big loss in order to make it long. You know, one thing that I focus a bit more on is like the ultimate goal. You know, I look into what it is that I want to achieve with the specific plan. Obviously, like, you know, there's plans for seasons, for years, quarterly, and all those things. So, like, let's say if I've got like a target, like let's say I want to make 10 million from this plan. That's my ultimate goal. You understand?
Yeah. When you put together a trading plan, because I know this is something that I feel like a lot of people really neglect. They think they can just jump in the market and just next thing you know, they are millionaires and all that without a trading plan. So when putting together a trading plan, what are like the key aspects you are looking at? Because I know the process of putting a trading plan together is actually quite lengthy, but a lot of people just overlook it because people don't want to put in the work to some degree. So what are some of the things that you look at when putting together a trading plan?
So I'm going to come up with whatever that I need to do in order to just reach that goal. So I'll have to focus on how am I going to go with my risk? What am I going to do if I had a bad trading day? What am I going to do if I had a good trading day? What am I doing after a winning trade? What am I doing after a losing trade? So like after I've reached my daily target, what is it that I'm actually going to focus a bit more on? Like let's see if I reach my daily target, 10,000 rands, I made it today.
Oh, that's something I actually feel like traders shouldn't focus too much on. As in, this is something, how can I put this? If you tie your success to the amount of money that you're making as a trader rather than your ability to follow your process, then it almost ties in with the classic mistake that beginners make in considering losing trades to be bad trades and winning trades to be good trades, right? Rather than setting a monetary daily or weekly goal and focusing on that, I'd rather measure my success on how many good trades I've taken. And that's because of the mere fact that the only thing that I have control over as a trader is my ability to follow the process. Because what trading is at the end of the day is you're trying to make optimal decisions in the face of uncertainty, right? And as long as you're following a process that you've set for yourself, even though you may not be making money on that particular day or week, over the long run, the whole idea is you will make money because you've got a statistical edge in your favor. So setting daily and weekly goals rather than focusing more on your ability to stick to the process, I think hurts you more than it helps you in the long run.
And then after I'm done, what is it? Am I still going to trade or am I not going to trade? And one thing that I do is that if I reach my target, yes, I can still place more trades when I see opportunities, but the next trade that I'm taking that hits me, I'm out. You understand? So those things, like a plan is like literally something that I can give you my plan and then you can see how I am in the markets just by reading my plan, my emotional side of things, my strategic side of things, the rules that I put onto it.
Yeah.
If you reach your target or your goal, your weekly goal, or you played out all the rules well, you have to congratulate yourself in a certain way, you understand?
Yeah.
And then obviously you need to have like someone that's going to hold you accountable. Yeah, you need almost like a manager, a CEO. You should be able to give that book to someone else, and then they should be able to understand who you are in the market.
Agree with him 100% there, as in the accountability factor is something that really helps you stick to the process. And because you almost have someone looking over your shoulder, you really think twice because before you make those stupid decisions that will completely decimate your account. And that's why it's important to either trade within a community or actually work with a mentor or coach or something like that in order to keep you accountable on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So that's important. So the way Forex is being sold is that we're being sold in the sense of, yo, you're going to be a millionaire overnight. And that's not really the case. People tend to forget that they need to set attainable goals. So how important are those smaller goals? Like, can you just give me an example of some of the smaller goals that you've set for yourself in the beginning when you were starting out, that you were just smashing along the way, that eventually led you to the ultimate goal?
Yeah, to be honest, nah, like I'm one person that like I wouldn't say like small goals, like I've set small goals, because it's simple to dream. Like it doesn't cost you anything to dream. It's the most free thing that you can do, you know. So with whatever that I'm putting goals and stuff, I make sure that it's something that's gonna allow me to become better, so I get to that position. But obviously, once you have that ultimate goal, you have to break it down into smaller pieces, like quarterly or like twice a month, twice a year, quarterly, you know, and then monthly, weekly, and all those things, just so you're able to track down your progress. You know, like it doesn't have to be financial wise, but as long as like for me back then, some of the goals that I had would be like study the markets for like 3 hours. Yeah, it's important having that ultimate goal and then breaking it down into smaller pieces, just so you're able to track down your progress, like see what it is that you're doing right. Are you still moving in the right direction and stuff? Yeah.
You spoke about when we were speaking about the trading plan. You spoke about what to do after you win a trade.
Yeah.
So how do you manage a winning streak? Because I know sometimes when you're on a winning streak, you tend to just get to a point where you just want to throw your rules out the window, because right now you're hot, you're on fire, you're winning, nothing can stop you. So how do you get to a place where you manage a winning streak?
When it comes to a winning streak, you need to be a bit more observant with why did you win, what actually helped you win like that, and what is it that you can do to improve, just so. And you should even study. Like one thing that I do is that I study, like, you know, more on like the conditions of the market, the season that we're actually in, just so I'm able to understand it a bit more better. So the next year when I come during that specific season, I should capitalize a lot.
Yeah. So do you still trade demo account now?
No. I actually never even traded demo account back then.
So basically what you're saying is that you practice your strategies on a live account.
On a live account, yeah, because I didn't know much about, you know, I didn't have information, and around me people are not, I was still in college, people are not trading. Like I was the only one that knew what trading was around that, like back then, you understand? So obviously I didn't know much about demo, live and stuff. I just threw money in there and it seemed like a game, and like $22, I was like, okay, no, it's if $22 can make me a millionaire, why not? You know, I got no time to test. That's why even now I got involved in scams, you know, like I've been scammed multiple times before, because like I didn't give myself time to test and know. But
that's something that I'm definitely always saying. You need to educate yourself before you even think about depositing money into a brokerage account. The best way to get scammed in this industry is to jump in blind. So before you get started, watch some free content on YouTube. By the way, you can get that free content on our YouTube channel. So hit the subscribe button below for more educational content, right? So once you've actually consumed free educational content, you open up a demo account, you learn how the platform works. And by the way, demo accounts are not for you to practice trading, because there's no emotion attached to the ups and downs within that demo account, right? So rather than using the demo account to practice, you use the demo account to actually learn the platform. Once you know how the platform works and everything, you've already got sufficient information because you educated yourself before, right? Then you can start practicing on a small account. Small accounts offer for practicing. At least with a small account, you have the emotion attached to the little bit of money that you've deposited into the account. So once you've actually opened up your account, you know how the platform works. You also need to go through the a small live account, and even when you start to deposit more money, you need to go through that with a mentor or a trading community or someone who can guide you through everything that you need to know in order to trade successfully, so to say. But anyway, that's my rant. Let's go.
One thing that helped me even gain success in the markets is the fact that, like, I took my time to get the knowledge.
Exness offers a free demo trading account for beginner traders to trade on. The demo account interface is ideal for traders who want to practice their strategies or learn to trade without incurring any trading risks or losses. You can practice trading in a 100% risk-free environment.
When you approach the markets, how do you approach the markets these days? Like, what's your approach when you get to the markets?
That's a good one, man. And one thing that I like is that, like, nowadays, like, literally, like what I said, like, 5-6 minutes in, out, I'm done. That's true, and I didn't believe, because 2-3 years ago, like, I would Sunday, like Friday, I would analyze like pairs and then filter out. Saturday, I would analyze, filter out. Sunday, and then Monday, like, I'd analyze like hours before even placing trades and stuff. But it came to a point where I started asking myself, what am I? Am I an analyst or am I a trader? I had to make a choice. So I decided that I'm a trader. So now I took all those analyses, like all the knowledge that I knew, then I just placed it in my head.
You just said that it takes you about 5 minutes to analyze a chart. So how did you eventually get to the place of being able to just open a chart and just take about 5 minutes and know what's happening? Like, what work went into you, like, being able to analyze a chart for just that short amount of time?
I think what actually helped me is the fact that, I was able to backtest all those things. Like, I put a lot of work back then before. I was able to backtest. I saw what works for me, what doesn't work for me. I tried out different things. I was testing, all these things. But it came to a point where, like, I started seeing, okay, these are the things that actually give me a higher win rate. So let me focus only on these things. I managed to have filtered out some of the things that don't matter to me. And then I focused a bit more on the ones that actually matter to me. And I put laser focus on those things, grow a relationship.
Okay, so coming to I think this is one of my favorite parts of this show right here is finding out your most memorable trade. So I'm going to say the most memorable trade that you have had in the past 2 years, but it doesn't have to be like a trade where you made the most money, but it has to be like that one trade where you felt like, no, this trade was your most perfect trade right now. If there's such a thing as perfect, though. Yeah.
Last year, I can't think clearly on what actually happened, but I remember that one trade is the one trade that actually changed a lot of things for me. Like, with just that one trade, like, I wouldn't say I made a lot of money, but it showed me a lot of potentials. I was able to move out from the hood, like, to the other side of, like, where I used to stay. I was able to, show my mom that, like, this is actually working out. It opened up a lot of doors. Like, it's like my food was in now, and I saw the other side. And I got it nice. Like, it was a clean trade. Like, it didn't waste time. I entered a week entry, and then, like, it went straight to take profits. And as soon as it got to take profits, like, I actually moved take profits, and then I put it a bit below, and then it continued to just spike a bit more to the upside, and then it went down and took me out with trail stops, you understand? So, but it was beautiful because I caught it week entry and I shared it in the team. Everyone, it was just an amazing feeling, being able to see myself catching trades like that, like a trade that goes from to.
Yeah, I think every trader with a few years of experience has that memorable trade that made them a lot of money. And with the kind of trade he's talking about, I can already tell that it's the exact same thing that I did, given that he said it was the trade that basically took him out of the hood, right? And I can already tell he definitely over leveraged his account and he took on way more risk than he was supposed to, but it just happened to work out that time. And I swear every trader's done this, myself included, as in I don't think there's an exception to any of this for any trader who's been doing this for a few years.
No, that's good. And any losses that you've taken where you sit and you're just like, I feel like, I messed up there, or do you have any of those trades over the past 2 years though?
First, January, let me explain to you, because January I had the biggest win and I also had the biggest loss in January. So what happened is that, obviously I've got a new office spot, and I stopped selling my services. I don't know what was the mindset behind that. But I was like, okay, I want to focus on what I can do. You understand? So now I'm just like literally relying off of trading and just other businesses that I'm doing on the side. And then what happened is that, I was trading under a lot of pressure. And then fortunately, I was able to, I made a lot of money, close to approaching end of January. I was able to clock like 500,000 in a day from Nasdaq and even yesterday team. That was exciting. I got excited, changed a lot of things. I was now confident, okay, the next 2 months, 3 months, I'm sorted here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But then 3 days later, I lost 70, 60, 70,000. But I also learned a lot from it, because I wanted to do that again. I wanted to make 500K every day. So I saw my mistake, and that's when I was like, okay, let me just stay away from the markets. I'm safe now. I'll come back maybe after a week, 2 weeks, and then I'll just see what I've done to make that much money, what I've done to not make that much money, and then I'll learn from my wins and losses overall. You understand? So those are things that I that helped me. Obviously every win or loss is just a lesson.
So any piece of advice that you would like to give our viewers today?
Piece of advice: as long as the mind, remember, as a person, you are in control of your thoughts, of your mind. So obviously what I'm trying to say here is that you have to think thoughts that you want to think. You have to put positive things into your mind. You have to put things that you want to believe. Be limitless, do your thing. Just do your thing. Become you.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming through today.
Always,
and
man.
doing this interview with me.
Always.
I've learned a lot myself today. Anyway, thank you guys for watching so much. My name is Nqobile Tembane, and this is Market Masters. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Okay, so final remarks. Kudos to these guys for what they're doing with Exness, because I definitely think it fills a content gap that we have within the industry, and it brings something that's inspirational and informative rather than the usual lifestyle crap that you see on Instagram, right? And I think the interview with Lesiba was something that a lot of people can look up to, definitely 100%. And he had a lot of very, what's the word? Insightful points to give us within this interview. But other than that, this is the end of the video. If you like this kind of content, please hit the like button below, and also drop a comment in the comment section letting me know what you think of this style of video. Is it something that I should continue doing in the future, or do you prefer the usual style that we do? Other than that, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to join our community on Telegram using the first link in the description. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one.